think they play that music for me. Welcome back to The Five. Susan Sarandon's making headlines today for comments she made about Pope Benedict XVI. While talking about her movie, Dead Man Walking, Sarandon said she sent a copy of the book that the movie was based on to the Pope. Now here's where the controversy comes in. When she tried to clarify which Pope she sent the book to, she said, quote, "The last one, not this Nazi we have now." Now, let me just say, this is clearly patently offensive. Nobody here is going to defend it. Greg, am I right?
Yes, yeah. I'm not going to defend it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, because we don't need any trouble in here today. So the question is then, why would she say such a thing? So historically, he's German, right? And all young Germans were enlisted in the Nazi movement at one time, but according to the Vatican, he went because it was going to hurt his family, but then did not participate and then later defected. This is all historical.
I don't think she gave it that much thought. I think that it's
weird. Someone in Hollywood doesn't use their brain.
Well, I mean, actually, that was actually quite logical what you just said. But I think she just threw it out there because Nazi has become a word that they use for anyone that they disagree with, and they've watered down the term so much. Which
well,
is
that's a good point. Okay, so what is it that she disagrees with?
Well, she wants attention. Remember, she went to Occupy Wall Street, and no one recognized who she was. I mean, these are major acts of desperation.
They thought she was Carrot Top. That was the sad thing. No, her comments essentially stem from her contempt for normal human beings. She's lived in a celebrity bubble all her life. She feels compelled to say whatever she wants. She's bitter. She likes to hang out in East Hampton and expects all of us to stay at the Hampton Inn. She's a rotten, horrible person. She's mad because her son, Tim Robbins, dumped her.
So shut up, Thelma, basically.
Her son?
Yeah, no,
is that what he said? Her
yes,
son?
that's what I
get you.
It was a joke.
Cute. But she's also had a bad month. She spent the last couple of weeks at the Wall Street protest, right, siding with the Wall Street protesters. But look, she dishonored 1.2 billion people in 1 minute, in the stroke of one utterance out of her mouth. She needs to go away.
Well,
wait, hold on. I don't think
know.
she dishonored any. Look,
Wait,
she insulted.
Juan, where are the comments from Hollywood and everybody else in the country coming out on the left, telling her to be quiet, condemning her for what she said? We just saw Hank Williams Jr. be absolutely eviscerated.
He lost his Monday Night Football slot.
Well, he should have.
Her agent won't even return calls because she's busy playing ping pong with her 21-year-old boyfriend.
Well, let me just say that you watch what happens in terms of audience and advertisers. I think there will be some reaction to Susan Sarandon's
you know what's
comments.
going to happen? Michael Moore is going to hire her for his next film, and then they'll sell.
Well, you never know.
What do you want? But that's. I mean, why would you want an apology from her? That's like getting a back rub from a transient. It's it's better for him than it is for you. No, seriously, why would you want?
Said exactly that.
Why would you care if they're sorry or not? I don't care. She's a rotten person.
Because of the double standard.
Yeah.
Because it's the point that when liberals say something like this, everybody yawns, and when conservatives do, they are absolutely crucified.
All right, so let's now shift to another moment of religious controversy in America tonight, and that is Vanderbilt University, where the government is now saying, hey, wait a second, it's discriminatory for religious organizations not to allow people of other religions to take over leadership of these, wait a second, religious organizations.
Right.
So, is this a problem?
I think it's a problem, yes. Why can't, and the groups in question are Christian groups.
Of course. And
so they're saying, look, we're Christians, we want to worship together. We're not trying to be discriminatory, but it doesn't make sense for an atheist to join our group. And that makes sense. I mean, look, when I tried to join the boys' soccer club in college, they wouldn't let me either, Shah.
You're foolish. You could come play with me. But I'm saying, wait a second, if it's the policy that you're supposed to be non-discriminatory, why are you... What's going on?
Wink to Greg? Oh, really?
If it's the policy that it's supposed to be non-discriminatory, right? Well, then you can't say, hey, wait a second, Jews, you can't occupy the leadership of our club.
The reason that we're having this conversation is because does really an atheist really want to go and work in a Christian organization? No. They want to make a point. So this is why we have to have these laws, and the ACLU can have something to do.
No. They can join, Dana. It's that the question is, can they be lead? Can they take the lead?
We went through this when President Bush created the faith-based
Correct.
organization.
Yes.
We went through this, and I think the Supreme Court upheld that you can, as a, I mean, it wasn't Supreme Court, it might have been just Circuit Court, but upheld that as a religious organization, you don't have to hire somebody based on non-discriminatory laws. Like if you're, okay, imagine this. If Andrea right now went to a mosque to apply to be like the head of administration for the mosque, do you think they'd hire her for a second? No. And then do you think that on the 5 we would talk about how it was discriminatory that they didn't allow her to work there? No, because no one would care. It's when it's the when it's against Christians, that's when people get
another
their
double
ruffles,
standard.
or the feathers in a
I
ruffle.
don't agree with this. I mean, wait a second. So you mean to say if a black person goes to a white organization, you say, well, he's not black. I mean, he's not white.
You know, we're not talking about color of the skin.
Well, we're talking about religion. We're talking about points of difference and discrimination, don't you think? No?
I think it's different.
It's different,
All right.
and that's not the point.
Okay, thank
Would
you.
Berkeley accept
No, we've
the
settled
Republican
it. We've
professor?
settled it. Thank you. Coming up, are reality shows inciting bad behavior in adolescent girls? Andrea will tell us. And that's one survey. And Greg agrees with it. He'll tell us why. Next on The Five.
I'm staring into space, praying, please, please, let me think of some.